Hi everyone. I just want to talk about the equal money capitalism system, equal money capitalism. I was just reading the Economist's Journey to Life, and it's very interesting. I like the ideas that are brought forward by this blog. Um, I'll read one part of it. It's life force instead of market force. Price is no longer going to be based on what the market dictates. There will be no more market force within equal money capitalism. What will drive and regulate the economy is the life force. So, no more invisible hand of the market that will be determining the price or value of our goods and services. It will be driven by the value of life itself, whereas the value is spread out equally among everyone, all the people and beings on the planet, so that all experience can be shared. It's not a matter of an invisible hand or how much money is being printed at the time that determines what a person's value is. So this happens all the time. We see within the capitalist system where the market prices go up and down, the stock exchange goes up and down, and it's like a roller coaster ride, and no one knows where it's headed or what's happening, or there could be a disaster all of a sudden and all the stocks could just plummet. It's a very unstable system, and it actually is run primarily by everyone's participation. Obviously contributes to it, but it's influenced by profit and making money. So there's many people that participate in the stock market just for the sake of making money, and there's a lot of corruption that goes on because people realize how they can use this current system to make money, and that's why it's collapsing. I mean, I'm sure many people have heard this many times, how the system operates, and how money is actually debt. But just observing how the system works, I mean, if everyone realizes that this is the case, then why aren't there any solutions out there that actually solve the problem? I mean, equal money capitalism is the only solution I see where there's a plausible application of a system that would support life in a sustainable and responsible manner, where it's not ruled over by profit and greed. Every other system is profit and greed based, even communism. I mean, the original idea that Karl Marx had of communism was not what we've ever seen. And I mean, a lot of people will immediately hear the word communism and have a little panic attack. The idea, well, I don't know if I should get into it here. I was researching it a little bit earlier on, but let me see if I can find a quote here. What was put forward from the Marxist idea was, from each according to his ability and to each according to his needs. So it's more of a classless, stateless, moneyless society based on common ownership. Now, that has never actually been in place. Every system we've always existed in, no matter what country or area of the world, there's always been some form of enslavement. So this is the point with equal money capitalism. It's to stop the whole enslavement. It's not about setting up a communist structure. Equal money capitalism is different. There's actual participation in ownership, but everything is for practical purposes, for supporting life, and there's also creative and expressive licensing, where you're allowed to obviously be creative, and that will be supported in the system. It's not about slavery at all. It's about stopping being enslaved to the system. It's creating a new system so we can learn how to be life free from enslavement to systems that will lead to our demise. I mean, it's very common sense. Life can't be supported in the current system, and that's clear. I mean, just have to see that the inevitable end of this current system. So, The Economist's Journey to Life is an excellent blog. So keep up to date with that and read that at your will. But yeah, everyone should support Equal Money, the equalmoney.org website, where you can vote and vote on a number of issues. I brought this up in my blog I did yesterday, where within the current system, with the aid of computers, there's no reason why we should have any individual bodies leading political parties or nations or agendas. With the implementation of a simple regulation where people are required to have an account online on a worldwide network such as Facebook, this being ascribed to their birth name. And within that, we can see in Facebook, under the basic info section, there is a spot where you can put your political views, and this would be an excellent method for deciphering who supports what type of system. And I mean, the reality of the situation is we need to find out who supports equality and who supports living in self-interest in a system that is designed to fail. Because once we establish that we have enough people who are prepared to support the equal money system, equal money capitalism, and that gets widespread support so that it's actually able to be implemented, we can move to establish it, and people that do not support it will still support a system of self-interest. Either they're going to have to get with the program, or there will be conflict there. And the whole point of equal money capitalism is it's eliminating conflict. So it's an excellent idea to have people on the internet establish what their political views are. And it's not that you can't change them. I mean, you should be able to change them, just not constantly flip back and forth so as to avoid any confrontation. I mean, choose where you stand and make it clear in public to everyone, so that we can find out how many people actually support equality and how many people support self-interest or greed. I mean, that's how I would label it myself. You can say capitalism, but it's really a system of profit and greed and selfishness. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. I mean, no longer is it necessary to have a leader of a country as an individual, because all this does is allow people to have a picture in their mind of an individual that they can blame because he is their leader, and this puts off all the responsibility of the individual onto this leader, and this leader obviously doesn't take responsibility for all the whole nation. I mean, that's just a total wash. It's not, the person isn't able to take all that responsibility, and if he or she were to take all that responsibility, I mean, there would be no end to the consequence. I mean, there's so much suffering that and abuse that goes on. No one person can take that. It's like the whole idea of Jesus in the Bible as everyone's religious figure taking all the sins of the man. I mean, so everyone can feel better about themselves and believe that they're free. Oh, Jesus took all my sins away. Well, that's totally irresponsible. So anyway, it's time to move to equal money capitalism, and I think it'll be great. I know it will be great, but looking forward to it. Anyway, thanks a lot.